Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beer Draft. I'm Dan and this is Mike.
Hey.
And so on the show we like to review beers from around our area, around the nation, and around the world. So what are we going to try today, Mike?
Well, coming all the way from the West Coast in California to us here in the East Coast is this Hop Rod, yes,
Hop Rod.
Hop Rod
Get it?
Rye IPA from Bear Republic Brewing.
Now, this is pretty cool. I've never had a rye ale, so I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the rye beers is they have to have a certain percentage of rye in the grain bill when they brew it. This one has 18% rye, so normally don't have as much of that in it. So we'll see if that comes through with the flavor.
All right.
So why don't we go ahead and crack that open?
Hop Rod Rye.
Hop Rod. So yeah, a lot of their beers from Bear Republic, they're kind of themed around auto racing. Their most popular beer, the Racer 5, it's won a lot of awards in the U.S. So we'll see how this one stands up to that.
All right.
8% ABV.
That's pretty strong.
80 IBU.
All right, pretty bitter.
So strong, bitter beer. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Definitely
It's
should
really
be seeing an amber color.
Yeah, it's pretty dark red.
Hazy though.
Yeah.
Not clear. And I don't know if that's a byproduct of the rye or what it could be. But very hazy. Good head though. We should be getting a floral hop aroma and maybe some spicy notes.
Yeah,
You can smell that
flowery.
rye.
You smell some rye too?
Oh, I can definitely smell the rye. Mm-hmm. Just from doing my own home brewing, you can definitely smell the grain in this.
Yeah. It's really strong, yeah. And it's with a high ABV, I think you can smell some of the alcohol in there too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
Let's see how it tastes. Whoa.
Really carbonated. Ooh, man. The bitterness just keeps coming.
Yeah, it does. So it should be spicy and an earthy note from that rye.
I think the longer that it's sitting on the tongue, I can taste more of the rye. Yeah, on the aftertaste.
Yeah, you can definitely taste the grain in this, and this tastes to me like what the milled grain smells like when you do brewing. So
it smells almost exactly like the
yeah, I think, and
the first.
I can taste it too. It tastes like maybe I'm chewing on some of that grain.
Yeah, kind of bready.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Bready.
It's also kind of sticky too. Is this a single IPA or a double IPA?
Single IPA, so shouldn't be too bad. Now, some things about Bear Republic. Like I said, they're out in California. They're actually up in Sonoma County, which is more famous for wine than beer. But they've been around since '95. 2006, they won Craft Brewery of the Year. So they definitely know their stuff. They've been awarded. Certainly the craft brew scene has changed though in the last decade, that's for sure.
That's for sure, yeah.
Something interesting though that I read about the name Bear Republic. You think about the flag of California, it has a bear on it.
That's right.
So you kind of, okay, that's probably related to the flag. But it's actually not related to necessarily the current flag of California. In 1846 there was the Bear Flag Revolt, okay? So at that time, California was controlled by the Mexican government, and you had American immigrants living there, and they decided they're going to set up the California Republic, and they chose the California grizzly bear as their flag, hence the Bear Flag Revolt.
All right.
So kind of interesting way that where they derived the name from. But what do you think of this beer, though?
I think the bitterness to it is kind of turning me off a little bit, and I'm not a huge fan of rye bread to begin with.
Yeah.
And it doesn't taste like you're eating rye bread, but you get that note from it for sure.
Yeah. I think it's a good beer. I think it's got a good balance of flavor. I think it's what I would expect from a rye, especially with so much rye in the grain bill. But being so heavy, I mean, I don't know that this is a session type beer, you know, 8%,
no way.
the heaviness of the grain. I think this is definitely one that maybe you enjoy with a dinner. You know, this is not an afternoon beer. This would probably be an evening beer with, you know, a good meal.
I agree with that.
So, first time trying a rye PA, what do you think?
I'll try another one.
Try a different one.
They make rye stouts too, though, right?
Oh, do they? I don't know.
I think I'd try a rye stout, see what that's all
Interesting.
about.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to try that. So if you want to see that video, make sure that you hit subscribe. And if you had this beer, make sure you let us know what you thought about it in the comments below, or any others from Bear Republic. And until next time, we'll see you later.
All right. See ya.